I'll like catch myself in the corner of my eye, like in a window, and sometimes I
Good morning. Happy Tuesday. It has been a wild 24 hours. Yuki wasn't doing so well last night, and so I didn't really sleep much at all and just constantly in this state of panic and fear, but he's doing a lot better now. It was a lot. And then on top of that, yesterday I had therapy, and during my session, my therapist asked me what would compassion sound like when you refer to your fears or your worries. And so that was a really heavy load of unpacking to do there, and just hearing the wisdom that my body has for me. And then somehow that still kind of transgressed to today as I was journaling, and yeah, I was left crying a lot and just reminded how heavy certain things are, but that I know I'll be able to overcome them with time and just taking it day by day, step by step, and knowing that there is no rush to the end. But yeah, kind of all I really have to update you guys on today. There really hasn't been much progress within reading. The last 24 hours kind of have been intensely wild, but I'm thankful for where I am right now, and probably just gonna keep it being a very slow day, and maybe share some clips, maybe I won't. I think that's really all I have to say, so I hope you have a fantastic week, and I will see you soon. Bye guys.
Well, the bitch with the water.
I know. Let the mind games begin.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. I wanted to kind of recap the last 4 days because I haven't done one of these talking videos. Thursday and Friday, I was feeling very restless, and I just didn't really have the capacity to record or really do much besides just kind of lay in bed and read. So I didn't really do anything. On Saturday, I went to my ceramics class, and I managed to get one solid cup, like the perfect cup. Well, perfect in what I feel is perfect, where I managed to get the exact height that I wanted. I managed to get a consistent wall width, and finally, like, I guess, like a sense of confidence with how I pull. It took a while, but I got there. It was like this one cup took me 30 minutes, but I was just really focused on it and I really enjoyed it. I'll show a photo of it onto the side. But yeah, that was my kind of little success from Saturday. Afterwards, I just went over to my partner's place. We kind of had a nice little movie and TV show night. We stayed in, then we went and got some takeout for all-you-can-eat sushi. And, whoops, we didn't get takeout. We went for all-you-can-eat sushi. I apologize about that. And yeah, that was Saturday. I got to sleep over there. And then Sunday was kind of playing catch-up on recording stuff for the vlog, updating any overlays. Yeah, that was overall kind of the big gist of what happened those last 4 days. I've been feeling very awkward with jumping on and talking in front of the camera. Mainly just because I haven't really been feeling as confident as I wanted to, and that's kind of hindered some of my like excitement to keep pushing forward. But sometimes you just kind of have to go with what the energy is of the day. In terms of reading, I finished Drive Your Plow Over the Bones of the Dead by Olga Tokarczuk. I found that book absolutely haunting, absolutely beautiful, and just absolutely unknown. It left me questioning so much of what it means to be a person within society, why we pass so much judgment on others we consider not useful, just what it means to love someone and how you avenge them. There's just a lot of like beauty within this work, and Tokarczuk has some beautiful prose that I'm still thinking about to this day, even after finishing the book, and I'm absolutely astonished by it. There's one passage that I wanted to read to you guys, which was, "Sometimes it seems to me we're living in a world that we fabricated for ourselves. We decide what's good and what isn't. We draw maps of meaning for ourselves, and then we spend our whole lives struggling with what we've intended for ourselves. The problem is that each one of us has our own vision of it. So people find it hard to understand each other." I think that really captures what it means to be human and how we're all kind of struggling with trying to understand ourselves, but also understand each other, because we all have these pathways, and even though sometimes they overlap with others, there's still a lot of like complications and nuances that occur. Yeah. Sorry about that. My partner ended up calling, and so I had to re-record a little bit of the section. But yeah, I finished Drive Your Plow Over the Bones of the Dead. I think final thoughts. This will definitely be one of my top books for 2026. I think just the way Tokarczuk captures humanity and captures, I guess, I don't want to say vengeance, but like what it means to kind of, well, I guess, yeah, it would be vengeance. Captures vengeance, but also just the complications of being a person in a really beautiful form. I'm excited to also just expand on what else she has written and dive deeper into her world. In terms of other books, I started and finished the the Glass Menagerie by Tennessee Williams. This is my first Williams. And also, I've been wanting to do more plays as forms of literature and just add a little different mixtures of things. What a book! I'm not going to kind of dive into it because it's a classic. I think most people know what it's about. I was really astonished that I haven't read this book, but I'm also happy that I finally got to read it. The bookseller who recommended it to me really kind of explained to me that I might enjoy the actual language and the prose that are written in it. And oh my god, the way that Williams describes certain things, just I'd be like highlighting and annotating everything and just getting so into like the little details of his descriptions and just the sentence structure. And I really loved what it kind of set the story as it set up the story, but also just like seeing how language has evolved so drastically from when the play was written to where we are now. And just it's interesting to kind of see how there's become a massive shift within language, but also the beauty of certain words that we don't use. And I think that's what kind of drew me into this play, where it's like there's some uncommon words, but they're used so eloquently and they feel like they've always been there. So I love that, but also I love the kind of little show notes and ways that the play would be set up in specific kind of lighting, introductions, and yeah, this was a very beautiful book to read, and I'm happy to have finished it for January/February. But yeah, it's kind of all I have to update you guys on. I think today is just going to be me prepping some dinner, working on this vlog, and then recording any little tidbits that I have for the upcoming vlog. I think tomorrow I'll head over to Open Studio, do some work on my etching, and yeah, that's about it. I've been watching the Traitors because of my partner. He convinced me to finally start it, and so I've been obsessed with it and just hooked. So that's an update on TV. And yeah, that's kind of all I have. I hope you guys are having a fantastic week. I hope you've been reading some beautiful work. If you have any essays, any books you'd want to share, please leave them in the comments. Always look for new sources of media to kind of take in and see. Yeah, I hope you guys have a fantastic week. I will let you go now.
This is all about a journalist who goes to investigate a cult and